Alright, what's up everybody? My name is DeltaWolf556, and today for this episode of my Fallout New Vegas playthrough, well, still in Camp Golf, because like I said last episode, there's one more quest that I'm going to do before I finally deal with Benny. And that quest is the Flags of Our Fallout quest. So we got to go in this tent and talk to Sergeant McCready. Hello, Sergeant McCready.
Hell of a thing about Chief Hanlon. I never would have guessed he was capable of it.
Yeah. So, how do you end up at Camp Golf?
I've been here since the first push into Vegas. Back in the day, this camp was the hotspot for conflicts with the Legion, Raider tribes, you name it. These days, I spend most of my time trying to beat a little discipline into the soldiers under my command. I've gotten soft with no action.
So what do you do now that the fighting's died down?
Mostly drill the troops, try to keep the discipline up and combat readiness high. It's not the easiest job in the world. Soldiers without a mission get bored very easily. Still, with the Legion just across the river, we have to be ready.
Sounds like you're a little disappointed in your troops.
Disappointed? We call them the misfits for a reason. They're undisciplined, lazy, and they have absolutely no esprit de corps. The squad leader's got some promise, kid named Mags. But as for the rest, I don't see much hope. I'm going to make them shape up if it kills me, though. Or them, for that matter.
So maybe I can help you whip them into shape.
You're welcome to try, hell. Maybe they'll listen to somebody they don't see as an authority figure.
So how do you like serving in the army?
Man, it's my life. I joined up when I was 16. I don't know how to do anything else.
You joined at 16 and you're still a sergeant?
Yeah, well, I didn't want to get promoted out of the field. I didn't join up to drive a desk.
Fair enough.
Yeah, whatever.
Alright, so we got the quest pop up. Now we'll go and talk to each of the squad members who look like they're all going to the food tent right now. Alright, we'll start by talking to O'Hanrahan.
Is it true? The big boss ranger done killed himself.
Yep, he was sabotaging the army to force the NCR to go home.
Well, that don't make no sense. We came all this way. Why don't he want to stay? It's nice here.
So, tell me a little more about yourself.
Well, I was born on a farm out in California. Weren't much. Me, Ma, and Pa, my two sisters, and about 40 acres of corn and Brahmin. Didn't ever have no problems, really, except for some lean years. Then I joined up and got shipped out here to New Vegas.
So, what do you think of Camp Golf?
Oh, it's a fine place. The lake is real pretty, and we don't get bothered much by them Legion fellers.
So, how do you end up in the army?
Well, as it turns out, we had a string of bad harvests a few years back. Pa said he couldn't afford to feed but 3 youngins or we'd starve. As the biggest one, it was my job to go join the army so's my sisters could eat and so's we wouldn't all be killed by raiders and Jesus would love us. It's all right, I guess. I don't like all the fighting we gotta do, though.
Well, seems like you joined for a good reason, though. But why are you afraid of fighting?
I ain't scared. I just don't like hurting folks is all. Ma always used to tell me, boy, you're the biggest and the strongest, so you mind yourself. Every day she told me that. Guess I done took it to heart.
Alright, can you tell me about your squad mates?
They're mostly pretty nice. Poindexter showed me how to make fireworks. Raz kind of scares me sometimes, but I don't mind. He's had a hard life.
Doesn't even mention Mags. So Sergeant McCready asked me to talk to you about getting your squad in shape.
To me? I'll tell you what I think this squad needs. A little more basic human niceness.
Human niceness?
That's right. Folks just don't talk to other folks. And everybody's always cross with each other.
So you think I should find ways to convince the misfits to get along?
That'd be swell. Only if they knew the idea came from me, they probably wouldn't take you serious no more. So maybe you ought to think about it first. And I sure hope you're more convincing than I am, or they ain't gonna listen.
On second thought, I'll ask around first.
Whatever you think's best. Toodaloo.
Alright. And next, I'll talk
This is back in our
to
hands.
Dr. Raz next.
Heard Chief Hanlon took the lead expressway to Angeltown. Weird shit, yo.
So, what's your story?
Ain't much to tell. Grew up out west, in the Boneyard. Heard of it? Yeah, not many people have. Wasn't really a good place for kids, you know? I joined up to get out. My family's still back there.
So, why are you in the army?
Shit, man, it was this or the Fiends. And Fiends don't last too long in the NCR. At least this way, the badasses with the top shelf guns are on my side.
Fair enough, I guess. So can you tell me anything about Camp Golf?
What do you want to know? Whole place used to be some kind of rich bastard resort back before the war. Now the Rangers use the old resort and we grunts get to live in tents. Fucking typical.
So know anything about your squad mates?
We don't talk too much, mostly. Poindexter's a smart-ass prick. O'Hanrahan's a big pussy, ain't good for shit in a fight. And Mags? Well, Mags is cut out for something other than soldiering, you dig?
So it sounds like a bunch of winners.
Whatever. Not like I need any of them. I do just fine on my own.
So Sergeant McCready asked me to talk to you about getting your squad in shape.
Yo, I'll tell you what this squad needs. A healthy dose of angry juice.
Angry juice?
Psycho, the big red one. I used to run with the fiends. I still got the hookups. Smuggle some in and you'll see an improvement.
On second thought, I'll talk to the others first.
Whatever. Right.
Alright, we'll talk to Poindexter next.
I understand the esteemed Chief Hanlon is no longer with us. A shame. He seemed to be the only competent leadership this army had.
Hey, you don't have to hurt your brain trying to use all those big words. So, tell me about yourself there, Poindexter.
To what purpose? It's highly unlikely you'd understand anything I'd say. Suffice to say, I'm a certified genius, and when I'm discharged from this pit of testosterone and failure, I'll have all the money I could ever need.
So, how'd a guy like you end up in the army?
It's a simple idea. The army offers fiscal security and generous benefits at the cost of substantial personal risk, if you're on the front line. If you perform too poorly, they'll scrub you out. Perform too well, and you get sent to the front lines. All I have to do is ride that mediocrity gradient to a cushy, do-nothing job miles away from the war.
So, are you in charge around here?
In a strictly official capacity, no. However, as I am by far the most intelligent and resourceful figure on this base, I feel it's safe to say the soldiers here look up to me.
So that's a no then, or I wonder if anyone else would share that sentiment.
Genius is seldom appreciated in its own time.
So Sergeant McCready asked me to talk to you about getting your squad in shape.
That seems highly illogical. What reason would he have for doing that?
Well, he thinks you might respond better to someone who isn't an authority figure.
This is an unexpected variable. I had hoped to coast on an easy wave of mediocrity to a cushy government pension.
So I guess you don't feel so smart now, huh?
Your insults are both unhelpful and unwanted. I'll thank you to keep them to yourself.
So going back to those squad improvements, I had an idea.
And what do you propose?
It occurs to me that I might cheat.
An intriguing proposition. Company readiness reports are logged on the computer systems at the resort. If you hack the system, you could alter our records. Such an attempt, however, is likely to thwart efforts to motivate the squad to do actual work. If such is your goal, you should look elsewhere.
Alright, I will ask around.
As you wish. I'm sure the optimal solution will become apparent to you in time. I somehow suspect you'll be back to converse with me later.
Alright, and then lastly, we'll talk to Mags.
like
I heard Chief Hanlon committed suicide. That's just hard to believe. Do you know anything about it?
So he was sabotaging the NCR's war efforts to force a retreat back to California.
Are you serious? No way! I don't believe it.
So tell me a little about yourself, Mags.
Not much to tell, really. I grew up in New Reno, joined up, took my shot at being a ranger, didn't make it, so I'm stuck with this crew of jokers.
So how come you didn't make it into the Rangers?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe because I'm saddled with the worst damn unit in the NCR Army. Think that might have something to do with it?
I mean, I think the selection for the Rangers is kind of a personal thing. Like, sounds like a skill issue, actually. So how do you so why do you join the Army?
I guess I wanted to make something of myself, you know? Be the best of the best. I wanted to be a ranger, but guess this is as close as I get.
So how do you end up assigned to Camp Golf?
Easy. This is where they send all the fuck-ups and people they don't want. But hey, it's not like I'm bitter or anything.
Sounds like you aren't too fond of your squad mates.
Yeah. I mean, no. They're okay people, but they don't care, you know? They don't have any ambition, no drive. They're slacking off, and that reflects badly on me.
This place doesn't seem so bad.
Please. Camp Golf is where they shuffle off anybody they don't want anymore. Assignment here is a career ender.
So Sergeant McReady asked me to talk to you about getting your squad in shape.
He did, huh? Well, good luck with that. You'd have an easier time teaching rad roaches to march in formation.
It can't be as hard as all that. What needs to get done?
Well, if you ask me, what we really need is to get this whole squad out on the practice range. Shape up our marksmanship and explosive skill. I'm sure the others have their own ideas, though.
Yep, never mind. I'll talk to the others about their ideas first.
Okay, I'll be here if you come to your senses.
Alright, so, now that we've talked to all 4 of them, there's only the 4, I'll just, quickly explain, my thought process behind each of their ideas. So, right now, Poindexter has the worst, I mean, technically it's my character's idea, but no, it's not, because my character is, you know, the smartest person ever, not Poindexter. So it was his idea to cheat, not my character. My character wasn't the one who, came up with it or anything. I only, kind of poked him about it, and then he gave me the idea. So that, I think, in my opinion, is the worst decision for this quest, because it just makes it look
back in our hands. Hope we can defend this time.
like this misfit squad is good at anything when they're actually not. And then that'll help him out, and continue to help him be a jackass and take advantage of the army, the NCR army, and then just, like he said, get a cushy job, living off of a government pension after he gets kicked out because he's a washout and a fuck up and a loser. Then I think Raz has the next worst option to complete the quest, because the food just appeared on the table. Because, you're just using drugs, because he said he was either the Fiends or the NCR, and he'd rather have people with high-end weapons on the same side as him. So that's the only reason he's here, otherwise he'd be with the Fiends. Drugs aren't that great, and also this ending gives you NCR fame, or NCR infamy, and bad karma, so we're not going with that, obviously. And then I think O'Hanrahan has a pretty good idea, because without unit cohesion, because, yeah, they might not be the best soldiers ever, but, as long as they're good at working together, then, they'll be much better off. They'll be much more, ready to, go into combat and whatnot. So, O'Hanrahan has a good idea. So we would go for his, but Mags, I think, has the better idea, or has the best idea for the squad as a whole. So, she wants them to improve either their weapon readiness or their explosives readiness. Or skill, rather. You can't do both of them, which is a bit odd, but, I mean, we'll just go with the rifle one, because obviously they probably should have that. We'll wait till they're done eating, which looks like they all stood up at the same time, so I guess they're done eating now, so... Hello, Mags.
Battle at Nelson. I'm impressed our troops survived.
Yeah, it was kind of all me for that at Nelson, by the way. So, about those improvements...
Yeah, what about it? I told you we need marksmanship and explosive handling improvements.
Okay, let's get them out to the range.
Are you sure? I've got enough clout to get them started, but these guys are pretty lazy. I doubt they'll want to be pulled in different directions.
So I'm sure. Let's do it.
You're the boss.
And then they will all go over here to this little range right here. All right.
Okay, everybody's lined up and ready to go. Any suggestions?
So, the guns at 25. Take positions where you can cover each other and stay focused.
You heard the man, people. Get focused.
So the guns at 35. Take your time, pick your shots, and tell your squad mates who you're shooting at.
I've got the one at 11 o'clock. Raz, O'Hanrahan, take the 2 on the right. Poindexter, the center.
So the guns at 45. Exhale before you fire, squeeze the trigger, don't jerk it.
Right. Exhale, squeeze. Focus on the shot.
Well, I think that went well, don't you?
Thanks for the help. I think the whole unit's doing a lot better now.
They're all shooting the same target. Alright, so now we can talk to Mags about some further
Glad to see you
improvements.
haven't gotten yourself killed yet.
So, did the shooting range practice take care of things, even though you literally just did it like 5 seconds ago?
It helped, but we still got a grenade range inspection to pass.
Alright, get the troops lined up. I'll help you with that.
After the help you gave us at the shooting range, we'll take any advice you've got. I'll line them up.
Okay, I guess I was wrong. I thought you could only do one of them. I guess I'm definitely misremembering this quest.
Okay, we've got our dummy grenades and the course is live. We're all set.
So explosives of 25. Okay, to start, pull the pin, let it cook off for a count of 3, then throw.
Right, easy enough. 1, 2, 3.
Explosives of 35. Don't pitch it like a baseball, lob it. You want a good solid arc.
Solid arc. Check. Lob 'em up and over, people.
Explosives of 45. Don't worry about accuracy. Use the grenades to break up clusters of enemies.
Hold the grenades for groups, squad. Hit them in clusters and send them running.
I think that went well, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Thanks. I think we might survive this now.
Gotta level up. Well, everything's almost at 100 now. We just need one more skill point for that. As for a level 52 perk, I'm gonna take the cowboy perk.
Patrol in the
One grenade bounce back over here. I think you need a little more grenade training there.
Glad to see you haven't gotten yourself killed yet.
I mean, you almost killed me with that last grenade. So how's the squad doing?
Thanks to you, I think we're in good shape. The squad seems to be functioning much better as a unit now.
And now we're up to liked by the NCR.
Put our trust in him. Look where it
And that
got us.
completes flags of our foul ups. Which, oddly enough, you know, you don't report back to Sergeant McCready. So I'm gonna go and see if there's anything you can say to him about helping him out real quick.
I gotta admit, I'm impressed. The Misfits are drilling better than I ever expected.
Alright, cool, I guess that's it.
Yeah, whatever.
Alright. And with that, that'll bring us to the end of this video. So, unless there's any other quest you guys want me to do, let me know down in the comments if you do. Next episode, we're finally going to be dealing with Benny. So hopefully you're looking forward to that. But in the meantime, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd appreciate if you could drop a like on it. If you're new to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could subscribe. Other than that, hope you will join me for future live streams as well as next episode of my New Vegas playthrough, which, like I said, we'll be taking out Benny finally after, 45 episodes, you know? Yeah, so anyway, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, nighttime, whatever time it is for you, and I will catch you guys later. DeltaWolf, out.